Hi there. We're going to try something new today. I'm going to read another book to you, and this is a new book. And instead of just reading it to you, maybe I'll be on screen and you can watch me read it to you if you like, or I can just do the audio. I know a lot of people like the presence of someone, like they like to actually look at the person reading the book. Myself, I just like the audio, but I can read it and you can see me, you can watch me if you want. Okay, this is the book. Okay, Many Lifetimes. And it's a book about reincarnation, as it says on the cover. And it's written by Dennis Kelsey and Joan Grant. And these two people, he was a doctor, he was a psychiatrist, and she was a psychic and a very good psychic. And so when they met, they were both married, and they left their spouses and hooked up and became a couple who actually worked with people to help them in deep ways. So sometimes when Kelsey would get stuck on a case, he would call Joan in and she would see things that were relevant. I mean, she would talk about their past lives and give them clues as to what could help them, right? So I work in past life regression, I work in hypnotherapy. And so, I'm more aligned with what he does than what she does. I trained in I spent many years wanting to be a medium, a psychic, but I'm really no good at it. I'm I'm better at hypnosis and hypnotherapy, past life regression, that kind of thing. And so I like to elicit from the subconscious what the person needs rather than actually seeing it myself and imposing it on them. I think both ways are valid. This is just my preference because I'm always a little bit skeptical. When somebody tells me something about my past lives, I always take it with a grain of salt. But if they elicit it from my subconscious, I tend to kind of think, okay, right? Yeah. So I find this a very interesting combination of people, and their lives were very interesting, and what they had to say was interesting to me. Now, whether it's going to be interesting to you, I don't know. Let's hope. Okay. And then after I read that one, I also have this one, which I really enjoyed. And this one's called Speaking from the Heart, Ethics, Reincarnation, and What It Means to Be Human. And this is written by Joan Grant. And yeah, it's all very interesting. So I hope you'll come back for the actual readings. And oh, one more thing I wanted to say about this is this book that they wrote together is written in a different way from most books. He writes a chapter, she writes a chapter, so they alternate. Now, I'm more interested in the chapters that he actually wrote because that's more pertinent to what I do and how I see the world. So I'm going to be reading his chapters. If you'd like me to read her chapters, leave a comment below and let me know. And yeah, I hope you'll come back for the actual book. And do leave comments and do like and subscribe and all that. I'm trying to monetize my little spiritual channel here. Um, Thanks for coming today and see you soon.